العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا، من يهدي الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. وبعد. We praise and we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for His guidance. We ask Allah ta'ala to give us His hidayah. I testify that there is one worthy of worship besides Allah, and I testify that Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is indeed the true messenger and servant of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Brothers and sisters, in this dunya, I would like to, before I begin, I would like to discuss two issues today and two things that I have been probably on my mind over the past couple of days, which your khutbah normally has been influenced of your experience of the past week or whatever the case is. So the first thing that I would like to talk about is our life in dunya. I have seen for the past couple of days so many healthy people, they get very sick. Many people return to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is cycle, this is the reality of life. So when we look at life, we don't share anything equally in life. Our family different, our wealth different, we don't share our fame. The only thing we share is death, equally. Everyone shares death equally. It doesn't matter how wealthy you are, how popular you are, how mighty you are. Each person shares the reality of death. And this is something that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the Quran. Kullu man alayha fan. That every body on earth, everything on earth will perish. Every living thing will perish. So all of us will have to. This life is just very, it's a transition for the other life. And so this is one of the things that, the Quraysh used to say. They used to say, "In hiya illa hayatuna dunya namutu wa nahya." That we have one life, we live and we die and that's it. That's what the Quraysh used to say. We have one life, we live and we die and that's it. No, we believe when we die, that's when life begins. Okay, and there will be no ending after that. This is a short period, whether 50, 60, 70, 20, 25, we see people die at every different age. So that's a very short period. Other than that, it will be for everlasting. And so this is one of the things that this life is categorized as lahu wal-'ayb. Lahu wal-'ayb is like a pastime, game. And scholars explain this term for us to understand. The common person and the common thinker is like you work, you had a hard day of work, you take a break between your job to get some fresh air and to get back to your job. That's what this life is. Lahu wal-'ayb. So this life is basically getting you prepared for the akhirah. Very, very important. And so there is this saying that the Prophet ﷺ, "Man ahabba liqa Allah wa habba Allahu liqa." Who love to reach Allah, Allah will love to reach them. So you may ask the question, how would I love to reach Allah? Right? Because for me to reach Allah, that's death. But you reaching the most beneficent, the Lord of the world, that's your meeting with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And so this is the reason why for the believers, you are not afraid to reach Allah. Because you are making the best use of preparing your life to reach Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And so I would like to share this short incident of the angel of death coming to take the soul of a man. He was a very righteous person, mashallah. And he goes to the masjid all the time. He say his prayers at the masjid, he would not miss his prayer. And so the angel of death came up to him. And he says, he ran into the angel of death. Because Allah commanded the angel of death to come and take his soul away. So the angel came up to him and said, Assalamu alaikum. Do you know who I am? He says, no. He says, I'm Malakul Maut. I'm the angel of death. He says, Ahlan wa sahlan. Wa alaikum assalam. It's like you read somebody, hi, how are you? Assalamu alaikum. He was not afraid. Why? Because he prepared to reach Allah. And what Allah says in the Quran, in order for those who believe in Allah, Allah sent angels before death. So they look in front of them, they see angels all the way that the eyes could see to give them comfort. Don't worry, I got you, man. Inna alladhina qalu rabbuna Allah thumma istaqamu. Don't worry, I got you. Don't be afraid. So this man, he says, Ahlan wa sahlan. How are you? He said, I'm sent by, he said to the angel, can you do that? He says, yeah, that's what I do. Right? He's having a conversation. He says, but I got one request. I'm on my way to the masjid. Can you let me go to the masjid and take my soul when I'm in sajda? Angel say, you got it, man. All right? Angel say, you got it. That's a request, you got it. So he waited until he went to the masjid, and when he was in sajda, he took his soul out. Subhanallah. What a magnificent way of returning to Allah. Right? This tells us, for the believer, you don't have fear of reaching Allah. And this is one of the reasons why, after the death of the Prophet ﷺ, the Sahabas, they had no desire for this dunya. They all want to go to Allah. They want to return to be in His companionship. Right? They want to be with Him. They had no fear. So if we allow and utilize this time to prepare ourselves to reach Allah, because remember, this life is only for a short period, right? The next life is either we in what we call bliss forever, or we are in the fire. May Allah forbid that for us. And so this is one of the important things, that you're able to connect with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is what Allah said in the Quran, Ya ayyatuha nafsul mutma'inna irji'i ila rabbiki radiyatan mardiyah. Right? O soul who is at peace, go back to your Lord. Go back to your Lord. You're ready to return to Allah. Your headache, your pain, your stress, your difficulties, your challenges, your sickness, all will disappear. And this is why the scholars, they call the death and in the qabr, and being in the qabr, which is barzakh, is qiyamah sughra, is the small qiyamah. So you have an indicator what your future looks like, what things will be in the future. Because the way the angels treat you and the way you are being treated by the angels will indicate to you that life ahead will be good, inshallah. May Allah cause all of us to have a great life. May Allah give us all a good ending. And this is one of the things that we have to understand. When Allah, as I mentioned earlier, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ قَالُوا رَبُّنَ اللَّهُ ثُمَّ اسْتَقَامُوا, that Allah sent angels before the angel of death, Malakul Maut, take the soul away to comfort the person. So you don't have to, death, when we think about death, we get afraid, right? It's only natural human being. But when we are connected to Allah, when we do what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants, it removes this fear. It gives us an opportunity. Wow, I'm going to be now in the realm of alamul arwah. I will be with the souls, the righteous souls. Okay? And that's why, scholars and from the narrations of the Prophet ﷺ, when people die and they go into the qabr, right? And they go to the alamul arwah, into the realm of the soul, the other souls that are there come up to them and says, how is my family in the dunya? How things with them? They have conversation. This is narration from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. How is my son? How is my husband? Or how is my wife? I haven't seen that soul yet. And they are worried because they're not sure if that soul make it into the alamul arwah among the righteous souls. That's why they have this conversation. Because they don't know if they die or not. But they don't see their souls there. So when these people die and they go into the qabr and they have this conversation among the souls, they discuss. And there is a beautiful narration that says, the Prophet ﷺ will say that when they start questioning the other soul, the newcomer, the soul just says, hold on, I just got here. Let me relax and then I will let you know. So there is in Barzakh a period of time where we're going to be waiting. Right? And Barzakh can be different time. People die 5,000 years, 6,000 years ago. They are in Barzakh waiting for Qiyam, waiting for this day that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But the point I am making to you that you don't have that fear when you are connected and close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That fear is removed. The angels remove that fear when your soul is about to be taken out. Because Allah sent angels and you see angels all around you. And the angel will tell you, don't worry. And that's what Allah mentioned in the Quran, as it says, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ قَالُوا رَبُّنَا اللَّهُ ثُمَّ اسْتَقَامُوا. If you were upright, don't worry. تَتَنَزَّلُ عَلَيْهِمْ مَلَائِكَةٌ أَلَّا تَخَافُوا وَلَا تَحْزَنُوا وَأَبْشِرُوا بِالْجَنَّةِ وَأَبْشِرُوا بِالْجَنَّةِ. And they will give you glad tidings of Jannah even before your soul is taken out. And when the soul is taken out, for the righteous soul, the Prophet says, alayhi salatu wasalam, the soul is taken out like water thrown into a mug. The smooth way it flows, but a soul that is not righteous will be ripped out from the body. From the body and the soul will be ripped away, and there will be agony and pain and difficulty. That's what we have to be afraid. So I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us all that is good, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala cause us to reform. And remember, the ending of our life is what matters. May Allah give us all husnul khitam. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم وسائر المسلمين كل ذنب فاستغفروا إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. So this other thing that I would like to talk to you about is what I have observed over the past couple of days. If you go online, you go on Instagram, you go on TikTok, you go on Facebook, so much argument, so much name calling, and this happens every year at this time. You know why? It's because it's Rabiul Awwal. Whether I should celebrate Mawlud or whether I should not celebrate Mawlud. And Muslims get involved in this kind of discussion. My message to you today, that even among scholars, great scholars, they have differences of opinion on this matter. There are some who says, yes, you can. There are others says, no, you shouldn't, because there is no much proof from the Sunnah among the Sahaba, from the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, the Sahaba, the Tabi'een. And there are arguments on both sides. And both sides are valid. Right? For me personally, I don't do it because I feel it does not change me who I am as much. Other people may want to do it. But the point I want to make to you is that respect each other. Respect each other's position. Respect each other's opinion on this matter. And don't allow your love, as we say for the Prophet ﷺ, destroy brotherhood. Do you think in the presence of the Prophet ﷺ, that if we really love the Prophet ﷺ, you think he would allow us to destroy and call names to each other? No, that's not deen, right? But we should respect each other's opinion. Unless, of course there are people who go beyond the regular stuff, than a lecture. They may have a huge cake with 63 candles. You know, you're going beyond. I mean, that's not even the scholars who allows it. That don't even allow that part of it. So there are people culturally, they go beyond. But don't allow these things. You and I are not qualified to argue on this matter. Seriously. Okay? The ulama already have given their opinion. And there are so many differences of opinion on many issues in different areas of fiqh. Right? Whether I should have my hand here, whether I should have my hand here, whether I should be below the navel, whether I should even clasp it or not, I have it by my side. Why would you allow issues like this to destroy your brotherhood and relationship? This is very much nonsensical. If you, as innamal mu'minuna ikhwa, right? Innamal believers are brothers. Don't allow trivial matters. And we are all doing it in the name of the love of Rasulullah here, and we are destroying our relationship. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely. So please, if you see someone does it, and he's your friend, respect him for what he does, as long as he's not go beyond and committing shirk or whatever the case. And if you have an opinion, like I don't do it, then please respect me for what I am. And we live in harmony. Don't every year at this time in Rabiul Awal, subhanAllah, it's people are arguing, they spew things at each other, call each other names. You have to see it, man. You have to see it, what's going on. Right? And we say we are the Ummah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, right? And this, you know, as what the Prophet says, al-mu'min kal-bunyan. A believer to another believer is like a structure. Al-mu'min kal-bunyan. Yashuddu ba'dahu ba'dahu. وَشَبَّكَ بَيْنَ أَصَابِعِهِ. You're like this. So love, respect, tolerate each other. Scholars have differences among each other, and they respect each other. Who are you and I? Okay? Who knows so little about deen, and we still argue about which is right and which is wrong. We call each other names. And every time in the month of Rabiul Awal, you know, the heat gets so hot, we destroy our relationship, which we take another year to mend. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us. May Allah protect us. May Allah bless us, that we don't get into these nitty-gritties and trivialities. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala save us from that which is not good, and may Allah protect our brotherhood, our relationship. Brotherhood is so important. Absolutely. After Iman, brotherhood. Brotherhood is important. Love, respect each other, fellowship. May Allah protect us. May Allah protect our brotherhood and our love and relationship for this ummah. May Allah make us among those who will enter into Jannah Firdaus. Allahumma rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina adhaban nar. ربنا إننا آمنا فاغفر لنا ذنوبنا وقنا عذاب النار. يا عباد الله إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. اذكروا الله يذكركم ودعوه يستجب لكم ولذكر الله تعالى أكبر وإقام الصلاة.
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
Allah. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا نودي للصلاة من يوم الجمعة فاسعوا إلى ذكر الله وذروا البيع ذلكم خير لكم إن كنتم تعلمون فإذا قضيت الصلاة فانتشروا في الأرض وابتغوا من فضل الله واذكروا الله كثيرا لعلكم تفلحون وإذا رأوا تجارة أو لهوا انفضوا إليها وتركوك قائما قل ما عند الله خير من اللهو ومن التجارة والله خير الرازقين. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تلهكم أموالكم ولا أولادكم عن ذكر الله ومن يفعل ذلك فأولئك هم الخاسرون وأنفقوا مما رزقناكم من قبل أن يأتي أحدكم الموت فيقول رب لولا أخرتني إلى أجل قريب فأصدق وأكن من الصالحين ولن يؤخر الله نفسا إذا جاء أجلها والله خبير بما تعملون. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
Just a couple of quick announcements. One is, inshallah, as you're making your way out, please drop something in the box for taking care of the expenses here, inshallah. That would be greatly appreciated. The second thing is that there will be Sarahville Day on Sunday, starting at 12. It's hosted by the city, but Muslims' presence is important, inshallah. So we encourage you to come out and support the Muslim community, be part of it, inshallah. The masjid will be having a table there, and there will be dawah materials and stuff. So please make time to come out. And the third thing, inshallah, from starting coming Wednesday after Maghrib at the Musalla, every other Wednesday, starting from this Wednesday, we will be having a halaqah, which is open for all in the community to come, inshallah, and stay on between Maghrib and Isha after Salah, and we'll be having some discussion and able to increase our knowledge and able to be more equipped as Muslims, inshallah. So we encourage you to come out and be part of this. Also, we'd like to encourage, after we finish praying, try to help to follow up the mats. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala cause all of us to have the barakah of that. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.